Game 12 of the Futsal Champions Series. Both teams in action tonight saw matches yesterday and are balancing the physical and mental strain in today's Sunday special. Ginga hosts their second champion of the weekend as Olay Futsal Club travels to the Flock for the first time in their inaugural FCS season. The Cincinnati side looks to continue to build on what has been an exciting year of success with their new squad. In a season of new challenges, Olay Futsal Club find themselves facing a somewhat familiar foe. They'll have to be on their guard as the new look Ginga is looking stronger than ever in their inaugural season compared to years past. Who will come out victorious in tonight's clash of new foes? Can Ginga conclude their weekend at home with 3 points? Or will Olay spoil the party with their quest for a new trophy? Stay tuned to find out as Ginga hosts Olay now.
Welcome live from Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Reds, home of the Bengals, and home of Ginga Futsal. I'm Chris Fernandez, getting ready for a biggest match of the week here with Cincinnati Ginga and Grand Rapids Olay out of Michigan. It is going to be a big-time match today. It's back-to-back for both Olay Futsal Club and Ginga Futsal. Both teams are coming off of home victories against some stout competition. Ginga knocking off defending champions Detroit Imperial in a big 7-5 thriller, while Olay held off a late push from Lansing City to win 4-3. Now, Olay makes a tough trip over here to Cincinnati on the heels of playing just a short time, 18 hours ago to be exact. Now, will Ginga remain undefeated at home, or will Olay spoil the party this weekend? The host coming in on a 3-game winning streak out there with 27 goals scored in only 4 matches, an impressive output offensively, while their stout defense, 15 goals for, will need to be improved upon against a Grand Rapids team that is absolutely on fire offensively and defensively. We're going to see some real good action here on the smaller but still FIFA regulation court over here down in Cincinnati, and we are just moments away from kickoff out there. And on behalf of everybody at the FCS, we welcome you to enjoying some more high-quality, top-level American futsal. A couple of notes for today. The key matchup for Ginga. We're going to see a little bit different of a roster today compared to the opening match of the weekend, where some of Ginga's starters, for example, George Guenovart, are unavailable out there, so that certainly could play into effect today, given the star status of George. But there's also a court change at the Flock, which will definitely see a much more physical and intimate game due to the smaller court size out there, which plays really into the hands of Grand Rapids, who defensively have only conceded 9 goals from their opening game so far. And realistically, we're going to have a real tough battle out here, and it is going to be wild to see exactly what adaptations are made. We know that Coach Satoru considers Olay one of the best teams in the U.S. and has prepared his club in practice accordingly. This week, they played with a lot higher intensity in order to prepare for this tough weekend match against 2 of the best teams in the entire Midwest. Satoru knows that Olay has more futsal talent and are very strong and has a very great respect for their talent. One thing we can certainly expect today is for players like Victor Balaguer and Roger Straz to step up this game, as they have really been pillars of the squad and natural leaders. Meanwhile, Dima Sheherbina is another player we put a spotlight on this season. Relatively new to futsal, but has made absolutely incredible progress, quickly becoming an absolute darling to the fans. Another player of note is goalkeeper Koseke Tomisawa, more affectionately known as Tommy. Tommy's a goalkeeper coach for Top Flight Club Machida in Japan's F League, which is one of the best futsal leagues on the planet. Well, here we are getting ready, set for kickoff. Referee signaling over at center court. And it will be Grand Rapids opening off with kickoff. And the game is underway. FCS action live here on Sunday. As we see this Tight court. Oh, and an immediate giveaway out there, and a shot just wide of the mark out there by Nick Rumasek. And with this smaller court, we're definitely going to need to see a little bit more composed play, and a beautiful little salad out there by Aaron Games. This smaller court already making an impact out there. Who has the best touch and maneuverability is definitely going to be in an advantageous position compared to the normal 40 by 20 court. As we see an opportunity just shot wide of the mark out there was number 26.
Already making an impact out there.
Over at the replay.
The best touch and maneuverability is definitely going to be in an advantageous position.
Just down to the center, one touch maneuver right
quarters.
there.
We see an opportunity
just getting line out there, telling the referees that the goalkeeper got a touch, but no avail. It will be Ole's ball. They putting it down deep. But a possession picked up by Ginga. And an errant pass will return possession over to Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids playing in their third. Oh, possession given instead to Ginga inbounds. Far court defensively marked off. Oh, and a big opportunity out there. Just pot away.
Grand Rapids playing in their third. Oh. Possession given instead to Ginga inbounds.
Take a look at the opportunity.
Far court defensively.
The offensive.
Marked off ball.
Opportunity thwarted there by Grand Rapids, who've been great defensively all year, as we see Ginga go in, but just running out of real estate out there. And we can't talk enough about the physicality and quick steps required out here into this court over at the Flock, as it's affectionately known here in Cincinnati, Ohio, as we see Ginga picking it up, trying a left-footed attempt out there, but going off of the leg of Lito Esquivel, and going out for a corner will be Ginga. The inbounds pass coming in. Big opportunity. Oh, just had an open shot at the goal, and putting it over the crossbar out there was Ginga. And a key opportunity to strike first here in the opening 2 minutes. Going to be ruining that missed opportunity out there, as we see Ole coming out of their own half, trying to open up and find enough space. Going to have a corner kick right now for Grand Rapids. Putting it through, and not happy by that attempt was Cesar Alayo, who felt he was wide open at the top of the crease for his shot. And Ginga looking for that open space out there under pressure. A nice slide out there by Ole. Daniel Diaz calling for a foul, but instead, Ole will take possession. And handing it off over to Lito Esquivel, only about 5 meters away from the goal line. Wondering what kind of a set play here Ole has in order. Putting it through, but bouncing off, and Ole will retain that kick in. Another deflection coming off the legs of Nick Rumasek for a corner for Ole. Brings it up to center court, and a shot off of the Ginga defender. Now having a fight off possession. And a foul called there. First accumulated foul of the game going against Ginga. And for those new to futsal, you know that you have 5 accumulated fouls per half out there, and any foul accumulated after 5 results in an unopposed penalty shot from the 10-meter mark out there. So definitely rewarding that. Plays Ginga on the attack. Big time stop out there by Andreas Montez.
From the 10-meter mark out there. So
See
definitely
that interception
rewarding that.
and
Plays
that 2v1.
Ginga on the attack.
Left-footed strike out there. But Giuliani Campos thwarted again by Montez. Some good opportunities out here, and Olay are going to have to be very cognizant of giving up these turnovers, because it's been 2 key opportunities, and fortunately for them, Ginga has yet to capitalize on it. Still 0-0 here, just slightly under 3 minutes gone in the first half. And Olay coming out of their half out there, still putting it in, and not getting the right foot on it there was Cesar Martinez. Wishing he had another crack at that. And out. Possession goes as Olay again trying to maneuver out there. Getting a little bit of a toe poke was Eddie Jimenez. This is exactly what we expected coming into this weekend. Was a tight contest between 2 regional rivals. There's big opportunities. If Ginga can win today, it would be a 4-game winning streak. And more importantly, they go top of the table ahead of Detroit Imperial and really set the tone for the remainder of the season. Whereas Olay, 2 games this season, 1 win and 1 loss, 10 goals for, 9 goals against. And a win here would see them move up the chain and be tied along 3rd place with Midwest United. As we see another turnover out there. And not much to do with anything on that as Ginga gets the possession with a beautiful little scoop out there. Beautiful opportunity for Ginga. A very, very subtle move there by the defender, Victor Balaguer. That classic futsal scoop. A beautiful move as Ginga move out. A good battle in the center there. Standing on the ball, covered by 2 defenders with minimal support. Looking for it is Jacob Bukowski. Polish-American. Trying to make something happen for his team. Get that first coveted goal out here. A beautiful ball through the center of the court out there. Making an opportunity. Oh, just wide of the mark out there was number 7, Cesar Martinez. And we'll take another look at that replay out there. As we see Olay try to expose and get any piece of real estate they can. The beautiful through ball out there and getting that shot off. Just, again, wide was Martinez. A dual-footed attacker can really make some good things happen out there. A 2-way winger that's just done great things so far for the club this season. You can bet that he's going to be aiming to get in there as we see a big bump. From a second. Esquivel going at it out there. Oh, certainly a foul is going to be called. If not, now we see an argument going over. Sammy Esquivel is not happy whatsoever out there as both referees convene along the sidelines to talk, and see exactly what each other saw from their angles, but from our angle up here, it looked like a pretty heavy bump and then a little bit of shoving and tugging as the game's getting aggressive. We'll take a look over here. Some tugging out there over by Esquivel. Not resulting seemingly in an accumulative foul, but we're going to see what these referees are coming up with now. Still 0-0. 15-15 left here in the first half of the FCS Game of the Week between Ginga and Ole. The Ohio-Michigan rivalry extends far more than college football. It's all about the futsal. We see the referee awarding the accumulative foul. Try to get an explanation. There was Martinez. And the referee, not having any more of it, said, "You've been awarded possession. Just take the win." As Martinez will bring it back over to Johan Vasquez. Trying to get out of their own half out there, but strong pressure up front by Ginga, thwarting that opportunity. Now they have a kick in and are going to have to really think about what they're going to want to do here. Going cross court, trying to open that width. Picked off by Ginga again. A big opportunity. Oh, you would add to it think that Riley McKenzie had a better opportunity to lay it off out there to his winger for a clear shot, but decided to take it on his own and blocked by Ole. And Ginga now with an inbounds possession, trying to put it through the goal area, but easily picked up there by Montez. You see Cesar Alayo put it out of bounds. And of course, we have futsal every weekend out here at the FCS Championships as Ole tries to go through. And a light touch out there by Cesar Alayo, easily picked up by Weisenhunt. And of course, every weekend we have the best futsal out here in the Midwest at FCS. Make sure to subscribe over to the YouTube channel, and you can interact with us online through YouTube, Discord, and all your favorite social media outlets. That's the FCS. Make sure to check it out. This is futsal. This is America on the road to the 2028 FIFA Futsal World Cup. Surely some of the teams will be producing players to get to the national team level. And this is where you want to be on Sunday. Ginga now with an inbounds opportunity. And missing that was Balaguer. Defender probably could have done a little bit better with that one, as we see Vasquez coming out with the pass. Ole retaining possession. Vasquez drawing Martinez in for the pass. They're just going wide of the mark and being picked out by Weisenhunt. Strong goalkeeper, a great throw. Just a little bit too much of a skip out there as he tried to launch it. And again, Weisenhunt with an opportunity. He's going to throw it over into the center, but immediately brought back. Ooh, big giveaway out there. Almost an opportunity for Lito Esquivel. to nail it in. We'll have another look at that. Long pass out there, Weisenhunt. Seeing that throw. Then, when as we see back to the live, Weisenhunt with a big save. Down the counter, Ginga open net out there. Taking it at a big save. Ole getting away with it out there. Ginga with at least 4 point-blank opportunities. And luckily in that circumstance, Andres Montez was in the house taking care of it as Ole. Squandered opportunity by Lito. You can see the physicality coming in strong out here. This smaller court is giving minimal space for these guys to showcase what they can do. So this is going to take an exceptional effort out there. A full nice rotation across the board. Either you are a defender, a pivot, or a winger. As we see Ole with an opportunity. Big time save as Weisenhunt comes out of his crease to make the pivotal stop. And the referee saying that Ole was the last to touch it. Another battle. Ginga on a 3v2, but coming back out there, making a good attempt was Cesar Martinez. And again, Martinez with a fast pass in the middle, and the first goal of the game out there. Brought to you by Ole. And a little shimmy, shimmy-ye. Let Grand Rapids take it away. There we go, just from inside the goal line out there. Number 6 out there, the winger, Aaron Gamez. Putting Ole up, 1-0 with 7 minutes gone here in the first half in Cincinnati. And another shot out there. You'd have to think, looking back at that Weisenhunt would want that goal back out there. It seemed a little bit more of a narrow gap to find out there, but Gamez really coming through and finding that far post. That's the 11th goal of the season so far for Grand Rapids. You see Ginga on the attack, and what a return! Oh my goodness. Let's look at this one again. Boom, just from the far angle, coming out and making that blast with that right shot. Ginga answering back quickly with one of their own out there. What an absolute rocket. Sure, we're going to see that again on the replays. My goodness, just when you thought Ole kind of took a little bit of the air out of Ginga, they just responded with an absolute rocket just from inside bounds, slightly into Ole territory. And not much that Andres Montez could do to keep that rocket out. And Weisenhunt now picking up the ball with a long lob. Deep over picked up by Montez, who dishes it back to Gamez. Tries to flick it in through the center to no avail, picked up by Ginga. Ginga with another opportunity. A strong defensive play and an accumulated foul out there. Called against Ginga. Second one of the opening half out there. Great job by Ole to protect the ball out there and force the foul. Despite it being a physical affair, it hasn't been too bad out there enough to warrant some accumulative fouls. Ginga will now take possession of the inbounds as the referees tell Ole to give them the necessary 5 meters. Montez with the rocket, trying to get over to his pivot. We're going to be able to watch a little bit of Montez. Is one of his favorite targets, of course, is Adrian Diaz, the strong pivot who has great footwork on both his left and right foot. A little bit of a shot off the face there. This futsal ball is unforgiving out there. You just ask Rosenfeld how he felt with that ball hitting him on the chin. As we see Ole on the attack. And the officials, it looks like it could have been another accumulative end. There's a yellow card issued out there. Referee not happy with that. We take a look again. Just clipping his ankle out there, so that'll be the third accumulative, but now we got a yellow card out for Ginga. They're going to want to have to slow it down out there. They're not going to want to have to foul out that early on out there. As we talked about before, you get an unopposed penalty shot from the 10-meter mark, but the officials marking this as an actual penalty right now. This apparently was in the goal area, and it looks like from 6 meters out. An opportunity. Running up to the mark. Shooting it, a save. Rebound opportunity, but nothing done out there. Huge stop out there by Corey Weisenhunt to keep this game tied 1-1. We'll have another look at this penalty. See, he didn't get really too much of a run out there. Just wanted to pick his spot, but just struck it right at Weisenhunt, who was there to shut the door and keep this game even Steven with 11:13 left to go here in the first half. Ethan Jansen battling hard out there with Victor Balaguer. So we see an inbounds being taken in by Cesar Layo. Layo missing that key opportunity out there to bring Grand Rapids up and take the lead again. That's probably going to motivate him to get back. We see the inbounds taken by Ginga. Weisenhunt with the far pass out there. Picked up immediately by his counterpart, Montez. Nalayo. Oh, an opportunity for Ole. Oh, my goodness. Just wide of the mark was Diaz. My goodness, Diaz had the opportunity out there, one-on-one with Weisenhunt, and just put it wide left. Ginga will be in deep in Ole territory. And a timeout called there by Ginga as they look to regroup and recalibrate their plan. A pretty intense game so far. Just almost through the halfway mark here in the first half in Cincinnati. Ginga 1-1 with Ole. And again, we've talked about the physicality and we've talked about some of the missed opportunities. And I think a lot of this condensed court is really forcing players to really feel the pressure out there. And you're definitely going to see Ginga and the rest of the team say, hey, let's slow it down. Let's show them why. You know, we're on the verge of being first place in this league. Slow it down, open up the space, utilize our pivot a little bit more and turn and get some more shots on Montez. And that one goal that they scored on Montez was an absolute bullet out there, and they're going to want to be opening up the space out there to make sure that they get some more key opportunities like that. Grand Rapids coming in conceding the least amount of goals in the league. And Ginga, of course, wanting to ensure that their home fans get exactly what they paid for coming here to the Flock Center. As we see the inbounds now by Ginga deep in Ole territory. Through the goal area, and just a left foot tap wide of the goal. As we have another look at that, Jacob Pakowski sitting wide. We saw just a little tap. Didn't put too much on it, just really wanted more of the placement than kind of the big power behind his shot out there. But Pakowski putting it wide of the mark. Still 1-1 as Weisenhunt brings it out to the width out there. Ginga in possession. Handball called against Ole. And we see Ginga looking to set up for one of their set plays. They got Pakowski on the left, wide open. Jimenez leaving it. Jimenez going right in front of Montez in the goal area. What does Ginga have up their sleeve? And not too much out there as Ethan Jansen brings it in, tries to take the shot and out for the goal kick, and the goal throw, as we say here at Futsal. Weisenhunt with a little bit of a lob. Trying to get it out there for Pakowski. Will get the inbounds, and Ole taking possession after that turnover. A real solid crowd here in Cincinnati, looking for Ginga to get full points and move atop of the table ahead of Detroit Imperial. As Pakowski tries to go forward on it. And another turnover by Ginga. As Martinez brings it inbounds. Long attempt, beautiful. Oh, the pass just into the crease. Led for a shot, deflected off. As Cesar Martinez laid it off, and there we go. Leaves it for the second goal of the game from Aaron Gamez. But we're going to see what referees are calling there. Look at that with the out of bounds. Now we're seeing a little bit of confusion, and that was indeed a no goal. And one would have to think it's because the ball was rolling from the inbounds and not properly brought in by Martinez. So we still 1-1, 9:16 left in the first, as we see Martinez bring the ball in. And Gamez giving up possession. Back to Ginga. Wide pass to the far corner out to Pakowski, just missed. The tall, long-legged Polish-American. Very deep threat. Two-way winger. Having a great season so far. Who will strike next and take the advantage and press the pace? We've seen some key giveaways on both ends out there, but both Montez and Weisenhunt standing firm in the goals. So we see Weisenhunt right now trying to put it off to his pivot. He gave the one touch. As we see the mural in the background over there. See how many names you could get. You have Marta, Ronaldinho, of course, the great Falcao school of Ginga. And if there's ever been a player to represent the style of Ginga in futsal, it is the legendary Falcao. We see Weisenhunt come out there as the extra attacker with the shot just wide left out there. A sigh of relief there by Montez as a timeout being called now by Grand Rapids with 8:42 left here in the first half. And then over there in the bottom right corner is Pelé, and right beside Pelé, of course, is the great Ricardinho, the 6-time Futsal Player of the Year. Ricardinho and Falcao, the two greatest of all time by many, many accounts, myself included. Absolutely humble, talented, and just wonderful ambassadors for the sport, and a fitting spot on the wall here at the Flock to represent and motivate the sport that Ginga are now building here in Cincinnati. And it's going to be great to see these two teams keep going at it, as Olay's next match will be a rematch of the game hosted in Grand Rapids as they play Ginga again. And the final home game of the season for Ginga will be on December the 21st against Midwest United, the Grand Rapids dear crosstown rivals. With a front-heavy home schedule, Ginga will leave the comfort of home and travel to their opponents in 2025, hoping to secure a top 4 spot while on the road and hopefully host a playoff semifinal in March. We get back in action over here with an opportunity. Oh, big miss out there by Martinez. Got his foot on it, but just not enough to swing it on towards goal. His Weisenhunt will pick it up now for a goal clearance. And Montez rolling it out there. He doesn't prefer as many of the long balls. He likes the nice, controlled environment of a roll out there, and Olay have a tendency to break out from the back, going wide against the court. Where we've seen Weisenhunt with a lot more deeper throws. Ginga still with the opportunity coming in, and again a wide shot of Montez. And we'll just have another look at that. We see Adelaide coming out, Martinez putting it deep into the zone, but just mishits it out there. And Ginga will pick it back up. Some of the top futsal talent in the country in this great FCS series. I'm really excited to see more national team opportunities given. With Olay in particular, number 22, Sammy Esquivel, coming out of the last U.S. men's national team camp. A great opportunity for the youngster to make his mark on the national team level and get the United States back to the FIFA Futsal World Cup after they just missed out this year in disappointing fashion, but we know that the Americans will be back. They were there in 2021 in Lithuania after winning silver at CONCACAF in a group with Iran, Argentina, and Serbia. 3 of the top elite teams in world futsal. Certainly wasn't an easy run in 2021, but failing to make it out of CONCACAF was a deep disappointment, and the Americans will be looking to rebuild. And the FCS, of course, a big part of that rebuild in finding key players to give them big matches and an opportunity to compete against the region's best. As we see a corner kick now by Ginga with 7:41 on the clock. Wide through the goal area out there. But nothing having out there as we saw Victor Balaguer giving a little bit of a hand clap to his teammates saying, hey, you keep looking there, I'll move into position next time. And Ginga again with an opportunity, but just over the bar. And you can just feel that Ginga are on the verge of getting their second goal out there. There's been a few opportunities in the last couple of minutes catching Olay off guard defensively. An uncharacteristic series of mistakes out there defensively at the back as Montez releases it. Patience out there. Beautiful pass out there. Dished out to Vasquez. Nole with another opportunity. Montez will step on the ball. Looking to expose, looking to find just that little space, that little sliver of opening on this smaller court to see if they're going to be able to get another big shot on Weisenhunt. It seems that they've exposed the right side of this pitch a lot more. It seems about 80% of their opportunities coming in as we got a corner for Ginga. Weisenhunt mishitting it out there. Was looking for his defender to pick it up on the sideline, but completely empty, and Ole will break out again. Giving up possession. Back to Ginga. Accumulated foul called there against Victor Balaguer. Not happy with that call one bit. That's it. And we are here with Ginga fouling out. Plenty of time left, but a 10-meter PK opportunity here for Aaron Gamez. Make up for that missed effort earlier. Already has a goal in the game. And does it again. Look at that, cool, calm, and collected. Throws a little bit of a dance. His second notch of the night, giving Grand Rapids a 2-1 advantage here. So we take another look. Weisenhunt guessing the right way, but just too much of a hard shot there by Gamez. Referee right on the line out there. Ginga with possession deep in Ole territory. With Matsushima. Experienced Japanese player with the inbounds. Finally getting some valuable minutes as Satoru Matsushima. Very experienced player, one of the most experienced on either of these rosters. We'll look to not necessarily bring the pace, but open up the space and make sure that these rotations are followed. So we see a giveaway there by Ginga. Ole with the ball at center court. And out of bounds out there. Cesar Martinez used to a little bit more width. See what adjustments Ginga need to make out there. Give some of their first starters a little bit of a rest out there. And giving some of the more experienced players some opportunities. As no foul called up. There's the accumulative out there. And absolutely can't believe in his mind is Sammy Esquivel, U.S. men's national team camp player. You see the bump, and then a forearm shove. Can't really argue too much about that. Definite accumulative foul out there against Ole. And let's see what kind of a set play Ginga put out here. A direct opportunity shot by Nick Runasek. And Ole now coming out of their zone. See if they can notch a third one before the end of this first half. Take a little bit of a breather, not too much. You could get 2 goals in soccer and relax, but not in futsal. This game's all about the goals, and it can turn on a dime in a matter of seconds. At any level, grassroots to national teams, and of course, here at the premier level of the FCS. Eddie Jimenez bringing in the ball, but giving it up very quickly as Martinez picks it up for Ole. Sliding opportunity out there. Allow Ole to reconfigure their formation. A little confused about what we were just seeing out there from Ginga as they just kind of let the ball roll out on the sideline. And Ole now with the attack. Oh, and Martinez not happy one bit with that miss. Could have put them up 3-1. Mishit it out there and punched the air in frustration. As we see Weisenhunt with a long throw. Still kept in. Now neutralized. As Ginga try a long-range shot from within their own goal. And it's going to take a lot more than that to beat Andres Montez. He's been stellar in the goal so far for Grand Rapids. We see one of the Ole players going down. Seems to be all right. A little bit of a knock on the leg. The yellow card. The second one to Ginga today. Eddie Jimenez picking it up. Getting the card to match his kit. The obviously Brazilian influence kits of Ginga, the canary yellow and the blue of Brazil. As we see a PK again here, an opportunity for Ole to go up 3-1. Will Weisenhunt shut the door, or will Ole take a 2-goal lead with 5:06 in the first? And a big amount of space winding up as Gomez puts it down low. And there it is, 3-1. A bow and a how do you do, sir, to celebrate. I like the classiness of that as we take another look. Aaron Gomez, 5-step walk, boom, lower right corner. Nothing Weisenhunt could do on that. And Grand Rapids now up 3-1 with just about 5 minutes left here in the first half. And another opportunity out there. Stopped by Weisenhunt. Ginga need to slow it down and get back to basics because they're making some critical mistakes out here. And another opportunity from Ole. And a ball going out of bounds, luckily in Ginga's favor for them. Olayo not agreeing with the referee's call. And Campos trying to put it through the legs. The Ole pivot. And not getting through it is the Michigan-based side now trying to penetrate Ginga's half. Hitting another goal would give him some great confidence going into the second. And they'll want to be nice and meticulous on how they approach it out there. Great use of the court's width. Again, a reduced size court, so it requires quite a bit more precision. And Ole are going to feel much better with this 2-goal cushion to slow it down and really implement the game plan that they came in with out here. It'll be a big win for them as they move up. As we see an opportunity there by Narek Gaspararian. Big, deep pressure there against Ginga. And the referee calling an accumulative out there. He is not happy one bit with that call out there. Dima Shaharbiani not happy with that. And another penalty for Ole. Ginga just causing way too many fouls out there. Ginga absolutely upset. You could see the reactions on their sideline going, what kind of a call is that? That was too soft, ref. Come on. The experienced referees making a call. An opportunity to go 4-1 here. And this time stopped by Weisenhunt. An absolutely critical save with 4:07 left on the clock in the first. We'll take another look. As Gomez lined up, struck it, in Weisenhunt with a big save. Another opportunity out there. Martinez, he wants to get on the scoreboard. Ginga with an opportunity, left-footed strike, stopped by Montez, and then immediately smothered after a little bit of a loose rebound in the goal area. Ginga really need to sit back and not be as physical and give any opportunity for these referees to call another accumulative foul and get set on the penalty mark as Weisenhunt makes a nice toe save. A little off balanced, still kept the ball out, and that's what counts. Weisenhunt, a key reason why this game right now isn't 5 or 6-1 in favor of Ole. Give up a possession that probably could have been handled a little bit better there by Weisenhunt. And Ole now will look to make their mark again. Ginga with an attack wide of the mark, and seemed to be a foul against Aaron Gomez there, but the referee's not calling it, and you see U.S. national team camp player Sammy Esquivel going up to the ref and saying, hey, how was that not an accumulative? Esquivel going in again. Getting past one Ginga player, but not a second. Now a little bit of banter back and forth. Going in between Campos from Ginga and Esquivel from Ole. And the game's this tight and this aggressive, you're going to have the chirps going on. And the referees right now letting them both know that's enough. Got some cards. Esquivel, he's been very frustrated, you can tell, in this first half. His body language certainly indicative that he's not been too happy, but he should be happy because Ole are up by 2 with under 2.5 left here in the first. And let's see if Ginga can give their fans something to cheer about right before the end of the half as they hold possession deep into the half and give that away for Ole to come out. And a roster of 12 from Ole making that trek out from Michigan over to Ohio for the weekend. And Ginga deep now and with a kick in the Grand Rapids territory. Stepped off by the pivot, left off again. Blocked by Ole. We talked about this Grand Rapids defense. Only conceding 9 coming into the game. And only 1 so far. Ginga, deep opportunity. Great left-footed save by Montez. We saw Pekowski really letting the shot go out there in a last-second sighting by Montez. Kicked that out with his toe. Both goalkeepers having solid games for the most part. Ginga again with an opportunity. Blocked by the defender, but Ginga follows up, and it is a goal. Second goal of the game for Ginga. And that's exactly what their fans wanted out here with just over 2 minutes left in the first half, getting within 1 of Ole. And you could certainly expect the intensity for the rest of this first half to pick up as Ole Futsal coming in with Martinez with a long pass in range to Esquivel. He tries to lay it off blindly, picked off by Ginga on the counter. Bukowski giving it away back to Ole. Oh, it's a beautiful turns out there by Ole. And you're seeing this game pick up. The energy has just gone up. An attempt to put the ball in the goal area towards Nick Rumasek, just missing. Rumasek again, trying to go deep, left-footed shot, missing the target. $1:17 left here in the first half, and now we're seeing some complaints. Seems to be an elbow complaint out there by Ginga, and the referees will now convene to talk about what may or may not have happened off there. You can definitely see Nick Rumasek isn't happy one bit, showing something on his arm. Saying, hey, this happened, look. Probably a scrape, a cut. We're going to see what the ultimate call is. The referee's taking a little bit of extra time to make this decision, and here it is now. Bringing in the Ginga team, making the call. You're just seeing the frustration out there. Rumasek again showing his arm. The referee going, hey, we didn't see any foul. We didn't see anything bad there. And Rumasek with an exasperated look on his face. That's number 16 for all of you watching at home. Enjoying this beautiful Sunday FCS matchup between Ginga of Cincinnati and Ole out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. A tightly contested affair with pivotal playoff implications going into the Christmas and holiday break. The game gets underway. Ole with possession, deep in their zone. Throwing it over, was trying to get over to Martinez, but just a little bit too much juice out of that squeeze. As we see Weisenhunt with the goal clearance. Rumasek battling through two defenders, and definitely an accumulated foul there against him. Rumasek, furious, smacking that hardwood court. Definitely going to sting the hands after that one. As we see Ginga line it up. What kind of a set play do they have in order here? The experience, Matsushima from Japan. Number 2 on the screen there. Lining up Weisenhunt close to the center line out there. Looking to utilize an attacking goalkeeper. Matsushima brings it in, and a missed hit. Well above the bar there was Ginga. We're just about a minute left here in the first half of the FCS Game of the Week. Ole versus Ginga. You could bet the second half is going to be as exciting as the first. Everything on the line. Ginga won in a show a first place result in the standings to their fans by the end of today. Grand Rapids looking to go tied up with Midwest as we see an opportunity out there. Mishandled that kick in with Ginga as we see Aaron Gomez bringing it in now for Ole. 30 seconds left. Is there one more goal left in the tank? There are these teams. Fourth by Ole would certainly deflate. Ginga going in after they pulled one back. Big shot out there, just wide of the mark too. Just that big foot of And ahead it there was Rumasek, a big giveaway, and a goal scored by Ginga, tied with under 10 seconds left. A critical mistake by Ole Futsal. Absolutely capitalized there by Ginga as we see the giveaway. Oh, goodness. Aaron Gomez, after a great first half, where he's just scored goal after goal after goal, gives the ball away and an easy shot there for Ginga. 3-3. And that may likely do it for the rest of this first half. And almost actually spoke too early as Ole almost got one back with a second on the clock. That's why this futsal game is the greatest in the world. Just action, 1 second, one moment after another. And that'll be it after the end of the first half. Ginga pulling it away with an absolutely gift-wrapped early Christmas gift there given to Ginga. As we see 3-3 between the Grand Rapids and Cincinnati-based sides. Do not go anywhere for the second half. We will be taking a relatively short break as the teams get ready to battle it out and see who's going to take full points out here. One heck of a first half at the FCS Game of the Week, live here from Cincinnati, Ohio on Sunday afternoon. And make sure, again, you subscribe over to the YouTube channel. Follow us on all social channels. Interact, engage, tell us who your favorite players are, which team you support, who's going to win the title. Better yet, who's going to win today's game. Ginga, 3-3 with Ole at the end of the first half here of the FCS Game of the Week. And we are back here for the second half action live in Cincinnati, Ohio at the Flock Center. Ginga versus Ole from Grand Rapids. If the first half was any indication, we are in for a brilliant second half. Ginga tying the game with just under 10 seconds left, making the march back towards tying this game after being down 3-1 and relying off goalkeeper Corey Weisenhunt to keep him in after a couple of key stop penalties late in the first half. And we'll see if Ginga can make the full comeback and give their fans full points and an opportunity to go first in the table ahead of Detroit Imperial, who also sit at 3 wins and a loss. But their offensive prowess in Detroit this year, 41 goals over 4 games, averaging over 10 per match. Absolutely on fire so far. And lining up for the second half will be Ginga to take the kickoff. Lining up at center court there will be Nick Rumasek. The second half now underway. Who's going to come out on top? The Ohio-Michigan rivalry live in effect here in Big Cincy. As we see Martinez laying the spin-off out there. Ferlito. And misjudging his positioning on the court, resulting in possession for Ginga. And a misplayed inbounds out by Ginga, going back to Ole's way. And laid off. Not real much of a threat there from Sammy Esquivel, U.S. men's national team camp player. We see the goalkeeping change. Weisenhunt coming out. And coming in now, Kosuke Tomisawa, more affectionately known as Tommy. Japanese star coming into the net, hopefully to give Ginga just that extra boost as they come in with a long-range free kick that is placed well wide of the mark. Would have been suited more for the Cincinnati Bengals field goal team than the actual futsal range out there. He'll be keen to try to get another attempt. As we see Montez dish it off to Martinez. Esquivel. With Ginga and Ole just exchanging turnover after turnover. Oh, a big shot. Strikes the top right corner out there and puts Ginga up 4-3. What a bullet that was out there. We'll take another look again. Both teams giving the ball away. And Ginga going up 4-3. Courtesy of a right-footed strike in the top corner out there. That's how you make an impact in the opening minute, as Ginga again on the attack and a wide shot of the mark from number 17. And my goodness, what a turnaround. Ginga down 3-1, now with 3 unanswered goals. A corner kick deep into the corner. And a weak left-footed attempt out there. And Ole's not going to be happy about that. Ginga again, trying to put it a little bit deep as coming into the game. Also a goalkeeper change for Ole as Josh Pierce taking over from Andres Montez. Montez had a solid first half out there. A lot of people questioning switching goalkeepers at halftime out there for equal play. Sometimes when you're on a roll, you're on a roll, but in this circumstance, you got both teams going up 3-3 at halftime. We're going to see now if Pierce or Tomisawa make the difference in goal out there for either of these clubs. LA forcing to give up possession due to very aggressive marking by Ginga. As we see Matsushima bring it into his compatriot from Japan, Tomisawa. Puts it deep over to the quarter. Ginga with the kick in deep in Olay territory. Seeing what the experienced Matsushima can do to elevate this Ginga side to first place in the league. In the driver's seat right now, courtesy of a 4-3 scoreline, but obviously still plenty of time left to play. 18:30 left on the clock here in the second half of this FCS match of the week. Ginga's pressure out there. Almost causing another turnover, but picked up there by Pierce. With a long lob. Initially intended for Alayo. Alayo's gonna take the kick in for Olay deep into Ginga territory. A little bit of a hop, skip, and a step out there by Adrian Diaz. Diaz gonna be keen to make the most of his minutes. Alayo along the sideline, a little too hot out there for Diaz. This smaller court making all the difference. We're going to see who has the touch in the tightest quarters. The referee indicating the kick in for Olay. Several meters away from the Ginga goal. A back-heeled overroll out there as Olay look to press and tie this game up. Diaz cycling around Alayo. Keeping possession. Olay looking to lay it off, but running out of space out there for the goal throw. And now Olay will get possession again. Going to throw everything they possibly can at Ginga to tie this game up. And it looks like we have the first foul, but no, the referee not calling it, and the ball just dribbling right through the goal area. Unfortunately for Olay, Ginga wasn't able to get there first. That could have been a deflating moment for the Michigan-based side. There's Ginga going in with a key opportunity, but blocked by Pierce, who came out with a beautiful split save. Olay now with possession in. Risky business out there, going through the goal and having both Ginga players press hard. We've seen more than a few turnovers in this match on this small court. You have to think that it's going to be a mistake that separates these two because they've been so tight in so many different elements of the game. As we see, Olay looking to make more space with the inbounds at center court. You have to think Alayo could have been serving his team better with just taking an extra second to look around the court and see who was available, instead conceding possession. As we see Pierce line it up back to Alayo. Ginga with the possession. Oh, beautiful move out there. Going through two players. Oh, and another beautiful move by Ole on their own, switching back and back. You gotta love that futsal action out there. All about the footwork and skills. Got that street ball style, but more refined. That's futsal. The true spirit of the game lives here in the FCS. Ginga now with the free kick opportunity. Finds his man right in the goal area, but redirects it wide of the mark. Great attempt there by Ginga. It appeared to be Nick Rumasek with the ball had gone off. As we see the attack now. Big opportunity and a goal scored by Ole. They tie it up big time. Big time opportunity and rewarded out there by the winger, Daniel Diaz. Johnny on the spot, or as we should say, Diaz on the spot. And a big goal ties it up now here, 4-4, Ginga and Ole, with just under 16 minutes to play here in the second half. If you wanted goals, you got them. 4 apiece so far, and you can bet there's going to be more to come. And this game's pace is just going to be getting relentless. They will not take their foots off the pedal, either of these squads. Ginga now with possession. Desperately wanting to go top of the table with the win. Even with a draw, they'll still go top of the table. However, that will give Detroit Imperial a game in hand out there. And with the way Detroit's offense has been, Ginga going in and getting the goal again. Oh, and we see Aaron Gomez is not happy one bit. He thought he was fouled out there. Fell down, and the advantage going Ginga's way. And they are not happy one bit at Ole Futsal with that. Gomez thought he was fouled, but Ginga picking it up. You got to play until that whistle's blown, and in that case, Ginga took full advantage, using all that experience and finishing the play. 5-4 Ginga now with 15 left in the second. Oh, and a big giveaway. Oh, and again, this game just keeps going with more goals. It never ends. Ole ties it up. 5-5, just seconds after Ginga goes up. Incredible stuff here from the Flock in Cincinnati. We kept talking about goals, and 30 seconds later, we added 2 more to the tally out here. That's it. The fans here in Cincinnati want more. Ginga picking it up. Unbelievable stuff to open it up here. First 5 minutes of the second half, already bringing you 4 goals. You have to wonder if this keeps going up, will either of these teams reach double digits? As we see Matsushima, the Japanese star, his experience now marking. Martinez will retain possession on the side out here. And we'll dish it off to Lito. Back to Martinez, who tries the little back roll to no avail. Ginga now opening up in their half. An inbounds pass out there by McKenzie, just missed. McKenzie with the big, beautiful hair out there. One of the most marketable players here at the FCS. You can't miss him on the court. Even if you're 100 feet away, you know McKenzie's gonna be there when you see the big beard and big hair of the Ohio native. As we see the inbounds kick about to come from Balaguer off of the back of Esquivel. The direct attempt on goal out there by Balaguer, resulting in possession being given to Ole. You know that ride home back to Michigan is going to be a lot better if they can come away with full points here against a very strong Ginga side. And a player down now for Ole. With about 14 minutes left. And it was Martinez that took a little bit of a knock. Some great sportsmanship there between both teams. And Ole will get a free kick. An opportunity to go up 6-5. All three court players lining up just outside left of the Ginga goal. And now the movement starts. Opening it up, and oh, just off the post was the shot there by Lito. Initially thought he was going to go back to the talisman, Aaron Games, but instead took the shot. It took a bounce and hit that goalpost. Luckily for Tomisawa and the rest of Ginga, that ball hit the iron. It's just some of the beauty of futsal out here is that any second you blink, you can have a big goal, a big save, a big move. Definitely the most exciting sport in all of FIFA's portfolio. If you like what you're seeing here at the FCS, you got to make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and all other social medias that we have out there, where you can get stories, players, interviews, everything that you possibly need. Make sure you check out the FCS YouTube channel. And Ginga now on the attack. Riley McKenzie not able to get it over his teammates, as we see a long-range effort there by Josh Pierce trying to find Ethan Jansen deep into the zone. Now we're seeing Tomisawa with a little bit of a lob, trying to get it over, but bouncing out there, didn't get over to Dima. Pierce now bringing it. Bit of a contact there, and a helping hand up. As rewarding as futsal is for skillful and technical players out there, it's still physical out there. This is not the ballet, that is for sure. You fall on this hardwood court, you feel it. And they coming up with the opportunity to slide, and you can bet that's a card coming out to number 5, Alexander Rosenfeld. Likely prevented a goal-scoring opportunity, but getting the accumulative foul, and now a dangerous opportunity for Ole to make the set play. The man they trust very well to try and make that happen is Cesar Alayo. The referee motioning for the Ginga defender to go back 5 meters. That's the distance you need in a free kick or out of bounds scenario. In the center, drop back to Alayo, and the shot blocked. They again bringing it in. And out of bounds. Ginga ball in their own half. The intensity between these two teams is undeniable, leading for a very compelling finish here from the Flock in Cincinnati. Ginga trying to find the pivot. Strong defending by Ole, preventing anything from happening in that aspect. You see Tomisawa again with the lob. No foul called out there. Instead, Ole being able to take the shot off a Ginga defender, and now Ole with an opportunity deep here as Alayo steps in. You know he wants that shot, but couldn't really see the opportunity. Instead resets it, puts it into the far corner, and the miscue there results now in Ginga and Tomisawa with the goal clearance. And that's the third straight clearance that Tomisawa has thrown away and given possession back to Ole. He's going to need to control his passes a little bit more. Futsal, the goalkeeper, is one of the most important elements of the game. Oh, a big giveaway out there and an opportunity for Ole, and Alayo's not going to be happy. He smelled blood in the water and wanted to strike. Possession now to Ginga, deep in their own half. Cross-court pass, picked up by Ole. Going 1v1. The shot out there by Johan Vasquez. Taking a little touch off the Ginga defender. And now Ethan Jansen's going to be taking in the corner for Grand Rapids. Alayo trying to take it one-on-one. The shot wide of the mark out there. Still 5-5 with just slightly over 12 minutes left here in the second half of this pivotal FCS matchup between Ginga and Ole. Ole looking to work the ball out of their zone. Ginga with the turnover, back over to Ole. As we see Ole trying to just find that space. They've been successful in the center of the court for the most part today, as they look to do the same again. And it looks like an accumulative foul there called against Ginga. That'll add to the tally. Lito just puts it wide out there, and Tomisawa a little slow to get up. Signals he's all right. Throws it deep, but again, that's the fourth time in a row that he's given up possession with those throws, and he's got to be more accurate out there in order to set up his players for success to penetrate the goal. Now on the attack, it's McKenzie. No foul called out there, as we see a little attempt by Eddie Jimenez to come in and do a little bit of a spin. You can tell that man has L2 and toggle stick built into his feet. Try to get a little street style up in there. One of the more entertaining players in this game is Jimenez. And we'll see Ginga now with the free kick, just slightly in their own half. Taking a shot instead. Feeling that on the side out there. Number 22, Sammy Esquivel. This futsal ball, it's a reduced size ball with a reduced bounce out there, so it keeps it on the floor where it belongs, where the players can develop both left and right foots out there. And we see the shot go in. Stopped out there by Josh Pierce. And then quickly countering down there towards Esquivel. He just couldn't control it enough. As you see the action of this sport, it's just relentless. If you want to see highlights of past matches or previews upcoming, you got to go check out the FCS YouTube channel, where you can get your futsal fix 24/7. See Ole going deep, a left-footed strike. Oh, just sliding across the court out there was the Ginga defender to prevent that ball from going in. Not sure if it would have rolled right into the net, but better safe than sorry, especially when the stakes are so high out here. Ginga now with the inbounds pass. Oh, not a bad effort out there by Jacob Pikowski. Just putting it right, hit it off the mark. Ball going off the head of the Ginga winger. As we see Dima breaking it out, running out and trying to get back now defensively as Pierce rolls it back over to Jansen. Conley puts the ball in, a big opportunity there. Oh, it was a great chance there for Aaron Gamez to score yet again. The wide open space, just took it a little bit too early. And he's just been a constant threat all game long against Ginga. Oh, and a great cross-court pass into the rebound opportunity, just missed by Ginga. That's it. This game is just picked up with opportunity after opportunity. I thought with that cross-court pass would have happened, and now Ole with a big-time chance just missed out there. Martinez couldn't get his foot across to beat Kamisawa. And we're at the halfway point of the second half. 5-5 still here in Cincinnati between Ginga and Ole. Kamisawa finally getting a good pass in. No foul called against Ginga. Referee's really letting them go. Big time opportunity. Oh, just wide of the mark. Oh, and Danson's kicking himself for not hitting the target there and took a knock on the leg. Will go off as a substitute to kind of recoup. The amount of chances that have opened up in the last 5 minutes have been absolutely non-stop. You can bet that's going to continue for the remainder of this second half. That's it, and the fans getting their money's worth here in Cincinnati. Plenty of goals, big-time saves, and some great moves. Who's going to step up? Who's going to take that lead out there for Ginga and for Ole of Grand Rapids? As we see Johan Vasquez with the inbounds pass. And not enough real estate there for Alayo. You have to wonder what these teams would be like on a full 40-by-20 court with that just extra little bit of width and that extra little bit of length out here, but this is where you see where the real ballers are at, the real futsalers. As we see Pierce coming out, bringing it now over to Vasquez. Lyle trying to open up the space out there. Ginga pressing, but Ole maintaining pretty good possession for the most part until that last one. As we see boys in red doing what they can to try and steal points on the road here against second place Ginga. Great defensive effort out there to prevent Alayo from going in on Kamisawa. Picked up again, Vasquez trying to get around his defender. Looking back at the ref, hoping for a cumulative call, but to no avail. The FCS refs doing a solid job communicating with each other amongst the loud crowd here in the flock. The label have an inbounds possession deep in their own half. 9:11 left on the clock. No emergency yet, but you know these teams are going to want to get those full points out there in the standings, so we're going to see who steps up out here. Tomisawa bringing it now. Ginga looking to find the space. Ooh, a little bit of a dangerous opportunity. Don't want to go too close to your goal out there when you're marked that tight, especially against this talented Ginga side. You see Vasquez, left side of his own half, bringing the pass back to Pierce. He's coming in from goal ahead of Andres Montez, who had a pretty solid first half. All goalkeepers on the roster getting to sharpen their blade in this game, with Tomisawa and Weisenhunt doing the minutes for Ginga. You see Ginga looking to try to get in, but countered now by Ole. An opportunity laid off, a shot, and a sliding tackle by the defender from Ginga coming in. Oh, a 2v1. Will we see a card here? Certainly an accumulative. Definitely a yellow given out there to Ole. Prevented a 2v1 opportunity. And the referee just marking down in his card. See if Ginga got something set for the set play here. We see the little bit of arguing out there between Pierce and a Ginga player. Off camera here is the big windup. Look at this. He's got about 15 feet there between him and the ball. I estimate he's either just going to rocket it towards the net and hope for the deflection. Instead, he opts for the fake. And a blast attempt out there by Sammy Esquivel. Wide of the mark. The experienced Tomisawa throwing it in bounds, taking a deflection off the Ole player, going out for a corner now for Ginga. Dangerous opportunity. Laid out. Makowski getting back in. Great slide there. But a miscue handling by Nick Rumasek will give Ole possession with 7:45 remaining in the second. This back and forth battle is going to continue on and on. You would just love to see these teams play each other in the playoffs out there. It's going to be a great countdown towards booking a spot in the FCS playoff championships come springtime. And what these teams want right now is a full 3 points, an early Christmas gift. That would be the referee making the call. And it looks like another accumulative coming in. I believe that's the 5th foul, giving the referee's indication on the far side of the court out there. Lining up for Ole. Puts it far low. And just coming back to prevent that attack. Big opportunity there for Sammy Esquivel, but blocked by McKenzie. Ole still on the attack. And a shot left of the mark there, courtesy of Aaron Gomez. Just can't seem to keep his name off the score sheet. Having a fantastic match out there. Could have scored more goals from the penalty spot too if it wasn't for the heroics of Weisenhunt early in the first half. Tommy Sawa just picking that up with no problems whatsoever. Ginga definitely want to continue their momentum, riding a 3-game winning streak coming in. And no bigger one than that than knocking off defending champions Detroit Imperial in that 7-5 thriller last week. As we see, that was last night. There's so much action going on in the FCS. You just lose track of time out here. We love it. It's the greatest sport in the world, and one of the best leagues in the entire CONCACAF region. Showcasing some of the best in the Midwest as we see Ginga trying to get it in, but Ole picking it up. Martinez trying to get along that sideline, but picked up instead by Dima. Lays it off, number 13 on the screen, Dima Sheherbina. Eastern European big man. And almost picked up out there by Victor Balaguer. Always seems to be all over the place out there. Very intelligent player, always finding himself in good positions. As we see Alayo trying to go 1v1, rethinks his strategy, wants it again. Dishes it off to Esquivel. Ole again, trying to penetrate. No foul call. Ole with the opportunity, and coming out of the net to prevent it was Tommy Sawa. An intelligent move out there by the goalkeeper. And Esquivel coming in with a shot high over the bar. A little bit of a careless lob by Tommy Sawa. And the shot missed wide by Pakowski. Under 6 minutes remaining here in the FCS game of the week between Ginga. Oh, and an opportunity there by Ole to go up 6-5. But wide of the mark there was Daniel Diaz. The winger causing havoc for Ginga all day long. As we see Ole coming into the zone. Diaz trying to sneak it through. Ole again with the opportunity, hitting the side mesh out there. Nalayo talking to the referee. The inbounds now for Ginga. We see Matsushima coming back into the match for Ginga. That's number 2 on the screen for you. Experienced defender. And it's going one-on-one out there with Diaz. Picked up a 3v2 opportunity. Key! And Tomisawa just shutting the door down there. Takes a hit to the torso. And takes a couple of rolls on that hard court out there. A big collision between Tomisawa and Daniel Diaz. The referees are certainly going to let him have a few seconds to recover out there. We have some choice words from Giuliani Campos talking to Daniel Diaz, saying, hey man, stay away from my keeper. Wasn't too happy with that collision, to say the least, but Tomisawa is good, gives the thumbs up to his teammates. Launches the ball cross court. Seems to be having trouble with his throws so far in his opening 15 minutes. He's been Johnny on the spot in terms of his positioning, but not so much on the throws as we see Ethan Jansen getting ready for the quarter kick for Ole. Wondering here if Pierce will come out as the extra attacker. Instead, Alayo gets it, takes the shot, and he goes in. Alayo absolutely jacked out there. Takes the goal, goes up to the cameras, shining away. We'll take another look at this. Big opportunity out there as we see Ethan Jansen putting it on the corner. No one marking Alayo, swings it in, shoots, and you have to think that Tomisawa either didn't see it or just really misread it out there. And now Ole with a big 6-5 lead here with 5:08 left in the second half. And a timeout is going to be taken by Ginga as they look to recover and get back into this game in front of their home crowd. And if you want to see more of this FCS action, you got to make sure subscribe and like everything you see on the FCS channel down on YouTube, where everything's at. Player stories, interviews, highlights, previews for the next upcoming matches leading towards the playoff run. All available on the FCS YouTube channel. You got to make sure that next week you tune in for the Midwest United versus Ginga match over at the Flock Sports Center in the main court. That kicks off at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Midwest United versus Ginga Futsal. Saturday, December 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern. But for tonight, we still got the action. Just slightly over 5 minutes remain. Can Ginga come back and do it? A little header. Not too much trouble whatsoever for Josh Pierce in the goal for Ole. As possession retained by Ginga. Another missed throw. You got to think at some point, either do you bring in Weisenhunt back in goal, or do you sit there and tell Tomisawa to keep the balls and throws nice and low out there so that they're not losing possession? Ole will be very happy to have him keep doing what he's doing with the throws. Ole doing what they can to keep the ball out, but high pressure from Ginga, and a foul there against McKenzie. Leads to the accumulative. And there we go. It's going to be the 6th foul. And you know what that means. An unopposed 10-meter penalty kick in favor of Ole. A key chance here for Sammy Esquivel, the U.S. men's national team camp player, to put his team up by 2 with 4:36 remaining in the second half. What a massive goal this would be for Ole and Grand Rapids. Here we go, Sammy Esquivel. Shoots it, and a big-time stop directly by Tomisawa, who came full out of his line as he's allowed to. And just goes right off his chest out there and keeping Ginga within one. A big sigh of relief from the Canary and Blue faithful here in Cincinnati. Corner kick opportunity for Ginga. Wouldn't it be something if they could tie it up here? The place would absolutely erupt. Beautiful scoop. Oh, and a mishit out there. Nick Rumasek wish he could have that. It was a beautiful pass right to him. Point blank opportunity. And Ginga trying to get out there, but a mishit by Campos. Looks like it took a deflection off, and Campos now awarded the corner. Back out front. Some fancy footwork there. Number 16 brings it up top to McKenzie. See another opportunity again by Ginga, putting it point blank there on Josh Pierce, who gets down low enough to make a key stop. Corner kick. Well, they try to get it out, but Ginga pressing real hard. Knowing what's at stake, they're down a goal. With just over 4 minutes remaining, they have to act. Oh, and a missed pass out there. Nobody home whatsoever, and Olay will retain now at center court. 4:05 on the clock. They will be keen to get this clock to tick down to 0, take those 3 points, and drive all the way back to Grand Rapids in a happy, happy bus. See Olay trying to get in there as Lito going full width of the court. Sammy Escobar trying to throw it back in. Tomisawa with the goal clearance. Ball brought out to Pikowski. Up by Olay. Oh, big opportunity, but out of bounds. It goes out there for Aaron Gomez. Just want to keeps adding to his goal tally. Get to the top of that leading scorers chart. Make an impact, get noticed by the U.S. national team. And Ginga now in the attack, but a wasted opportunity out there. Unnecessary clearance. Although Josh Pierce and the rest of the Grand Rapids team will be happy with that. Ginga are going to be needing to be more composed. If they get it, a nice little shot out there coming out of nowhere from Adrian Diaz, forcing a toe save from Tomisawa. Resulting now in a corner kick for Olay. A huge chance, and Alayo just couldn't get it. Seen a lot more of that in futsal, internationally and domestically now. Coming out of the corner, these big, nice, wonderful hooking chip passes. And it takes real composure to nail that out of the air. But we've seen some of those beautiful goals in futsal scored as a result of it. Tomisawa coming off his line to put the ball high up. 3:07 left on the clock. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And a shot by Alayo going off the Ginga defender. Getting it out for... It was a definite corner. Referee keeps singing. A block there of number 4 from Ginga. Roger Straz with the big white headband. Back into this game and salvage at least a point if they have any ambitions of getting close to Detroit Imperial in first spot in the Midwest. Resetting in their own zone. A bit of a scoop pass to the pivot. No foul called. Ole coming out. Alayo, the pass wide. Patience in a loop. But picked up by Ole. Intensity, pick it up right now. And Ole, getting an opportunity out there and shot as a falling Daniel Diaz just hitting the post. What a great goal would have been for the real. On the attack now. Taking the shot, get one back immediately just like that. Fooling Josh Pearson out there. Oh, it's a game 2:20. Take a look at the replay. Or maybe not this time. There's too much action. Well, back and forth as it's picked by Tommy Sawa. 7-6 now remaining. Ginga doing everything they can to try and salvage at the minimum point. But there is the answer, and that might be the dag in the backs of Ginga as Ole scored their 8th out there. And some chirping going on. You can see Sammy Escobar saying some words to the Ginga players on the bench, saying, that's what's up. I score goals, I win games. And now the referee probably not like what he had to say to the bench, telling him right now, that's enough, you man. Had the right to have some issues. Cards already on the yellow. Calm down. He'll probably want a deep breath and do that. Last thing he would want to get is a yellow. The man advantage. On the attack again. Oh, off the post. Beats Pierce, but just doesn't beat Iron. Again, Hero come down toward Ginga. Less than minutes left in the game. Beautiful move out by Ole. Just happy to cycle all around and kill the clock. That 8th was an absolute heartbreaker for Ginga, who scored several seconds earlier to bring it with one. They can take the victory on the tips of their tongue right now as Lito brings it in. Martinez going court. Again with the ball. Shot blocked. Leon Campo picked up again. Ole. Time is ticked. Ginga had a shot there, but Cavill, that was bucket. Bitawa was just left of the pole. Called it by the referee. Corner. Ole right now. Picked up by Lee. Brings it over. Vel. Martinez. Beautiful move. Can he finish it? Oh, just, and he knows it's been the end of this game. No question. He hit the mark up. Zara Martinez. Open. He could get 9th out there. Less to play. Ginga pulls back out. They're going to press harder than doing right now. Ole will be very keen to just this clock out, close it down. With the 10th goal, Ole put it in and is going to absolutely do it with a beautiful fit off the counter. Martinez coming over. And muchas gracias, Herman. Gomez, yet another. And that, it is 9-6. Grand Rapids look wrapping this up. An early Christmas gift for them. 30 seconds in the second half. And that has probably taken the last of energy from Ginga in front of their home fans here. Not the way they were hoping the game was going to go. They had the lead, but just conceded way too many goals, and Ole take advantage of the mistakes. Attacking goalkeeper coming out. Weisenhunt back as the attacker now. It'll be too little too late. Even if they won. 5 seconds remaining. Josh Pierce looking to throw that ball, kill the clock. And just a few moments left there. But Ole are going to pull off all 3 points and take the victory on the road. Ginga, another attack to stop. Ooh, a dangerous slide out there. Referee letting that go. And what can only be described. There's some big mishaps going on. The referee missed that call. Dangerous tackle against Ethan Jansen out there, and Jansen was livid, getting a yellow card for complaining about it. I think when they go back and look at that, they're going to think that Jansen was on the money.